Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, Penrite Oil, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, and Pace Farm Eggs. Hello and welcome to another regional episode of Classic Restos. But before we go any further, you need to go and see these people. It's thanks to Shannons. Ask about multi-policy discounts and sign up for the Shannons Club. Call 134646 for a quote and see more at shannons.com.au. For oils, coolants, additives and technical assistance, Oil Right, use Penrite. And Hare and Forbes has the range. Buy online at machineryhouse.com.au. Talk about getting around. I'm visiting the central northern Victorian town of Nathalia. Well, of course I'm here for a car show. Welcome to the 2016 Nathalia Show and Shine. But before we go any further through this fantastic little show here is something that'll make you want to drive and see this gorgeous town. You soon realise how parochial a town is when you see Classic Restos banners up, and the people are apparently looking forward to seeing Fletch. Now, Nathalia is home to around 1,900 people, and at the moment it's 1,901 with me here. And during the course of the weekend show and shine, the population may get close to double. In 1838, Charles Sturt was the first European to explore the area, following the Murray River downstream. The main industries in Nathalia are cropping, dairy farming and grazing. Nathalia is your typical country town where the locals are proud, the streets are wide, buildings are turn of the last century and ooze classic, while others take on an Art Deco appearance. There are two pubs in Nathalia, and this is where all business meetings take place, where problems are sorted and where you eat. There's the Middle Pub, because it's in the middle of town, and there's the Bridge Pub, because it's near the bridge. And what's a bridge without something to cross? Well, the delightful Broken Creek winds like a ribbon through the town, offering you peaceful tranquility lined with gum trees, forming its own sweeping oasis. Education here in Nathalia thrives, and students come from miles around to enjoy the curriculums of the 5 schools here. On today's episode of Classic Restos, we're going to change the geographical stats. Why this broken creek behind me here? Nothing ain't looked too broken here to me. This is not a creek, it's a river. A creek is something about a metre wide and you fish tadpoles out of. Are you kidding me? This thing behind me here could divide states. Creek my ass. It's a river. From today, Nathalia River. That's what it is. Nathalia River. Now, time for some cars. Now, we're starting today's episode with Truck of the Show, in my opinion. This is a gorgeous truck. We got Neville. How you doing, Neville?
Good, thank you, Fletch.
That's the way. Now, tell us the story. Have you restored this truck yourself?
Restored it. It took nearly 3 years and bought it off a farmer originally. And it's always, been an idea to restore a 56.
Isn't it beautiful? 56 Ford. It's just gleaming here in the paddock. Beautiful red paint. What's the colour of that?
It's original torch red, but in a German paint, which in the early days they just used an enamel.
Yep.
Henry Ford didn't spend too much money them days.
As long as it worked. Now, Neville, tell me the history, or what can you tell us about this truck?
Well, they were bought for farmers, really. Farmers bought them because they were under road tax, 4.5 tonne. Over that you had to pay road tax, and the farmers used to have these trucks for mainly their carting grain or whatever. Yep. And they could creep into town with a little bit more on them.
Yeah, and I bet they did.
Yeah.
Neville, this particular shape Ford, though, they also ran interstate, though, in prime movers as well, didn't they?
They did, and they made up to the 600. This is a 500 with a 4-speed gearbox. Some of them had 5 speeds in the 600, and they were 272. Same motor as what this little truck is, the same as the 55, 56 custom line.
The old Y block.
Wide block.
Yeah, the Y block Ford V8. What an engine. And keep in mind, too, in 1956, the feeling that the guy would have had when he bought this truck and drove it away from the dealership, he would have been a proud man.
I'd say he would have been very proud. But then some were unproud.
Why? What happened?
Well, they used to leak a little bit around the back main.
Did they?
But they overcome that and they stopped pumping oil sometimes in the right-hand bank.
Yeah, that's not real handy, is it?
No.
But I tell you what, it's always interesting to hear these stories, but it doesn't reflect sales in a negative way. I mean, they made thousands of these trucks.
They did, and more so in America, of course, because it's being a bigger country, but they seem to put a few people on their feet in this country.
Neville, you've done a fantastic job with the truck. I love your attention to detail. The colour of the rims, the painted wheel nuts. I mean, the running boards on the side of the truck is beautiful. The engine looks absolutely fantastic there in the engine bay as well. Right through to the rear of the tray, inside the cab. Everywhere you look on this truck, it's almost, it's too good now to put to work.
It is, yeah. No, it's only a show truck.
Yeah. It's paid its dues. It's now in retirement, right?
It is, yeah. Like me.
Neville, wherever I get a chance to get behind the old school truck driving fraternity and the old trucks, I love to do that. I mean, the industry, I like to support it wherever I can on Classic Restos. Now, you're old school. You've retired now. You've driven around Australia, been driving trucks for years. Tell us quickly about the Ford truck that did 4 million kilometres.
Well, it's a Ford 350 Cummins, big cam. It was about the 4th in the country. And it done 1.2, and then we had done about another 800 to 900,000, and then I pulled that out and put a 400 in it, big cam, and that done about another 1.1 rather, and then my son did the motor up, and it's done another 700,000 since.
Were they hard days?
Oh, yes and no, not the pressure today, but...
you probably had a bit of fun along the way back then too, did you?
Well, you could go fishing now and again.
A lot to be said for a bloke like Neville. How cool is he to turn up with his old Ford truck that's been restored, with his own picture boards, with his own history? That's what's nice about the whole trucking fraternity. Guys that turn up from yesteryear, showing what they've done in the past. Of course, Shannons Insurance is here. They are the only insurance company that support us enthusiasts the way that they do. Give them a call, 134646 for more information. You're watching the 2016 Nathalia Show and Shine, and you're seeing it first on Classic Restos. Back with more right after this.
Every weekend around Australia, motoring enthusiasts get together to share their passion for cars and bikes. It's a passion that brings us together. All sorts of people, all sorts of cars and bikes. From the classics of today to the classics of tomorrow. At Shannons, we understand enthusiasts. So when it comes to insurance, it's got to be Shannons. Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
If you need a new piece of equipment for your workshop, you need Hare and Forbes Machinery House. Hare and Forbes Machinery House have showrooms around Australia and New Zealand that will have you browsing for hours. See the largest range of industrial and workshop DIY tools. You will be greeted by friendly, helpful staff, and you can buy from anywhere online at machineryhouse.com.au. Hare and Forbes Machinery House. Find your closest store at machineryhouse.com.au.
Penrite, Australian-made, family-owned and operated. Make premium quality engine and racing oils, warranty-approved coolants, automatic transmission and manual gear oils, a complete range of engine and fuel additives, heavy-duty and industrial products for every application. Visit penriteoil.com for more information. Penrite, Australian made for Australian conditions since 1926.
Moving through 2016, Nathalia Show and Shine, as we do. From one Ford to another, we have Peter. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, Fletch.
That's the way. Now tell us the story here. We've got a 1960 XK Falcon, the very first Falcon shape ever produced, and it comes with a nice story, this one.
Yeah, it does. Comes as a retirement present for Shorty Woolard from he owned Woolard's Auto Body Works for a lot of years, carried on from his brother and his father, and he retired in not Christmas gone, the one before, and within 3 months we had this as a present done up for him. And
Peter, so how did you restore it without him finding out?
Very difficult because he knows everyone in Shep, and even he was shocked. He had some tears coming out his eyes when we presented it to him, and he said, "How did you do it without finding out?" No one blabbed, so yeah.
What a beautiful car it is. A basic car, but in its entirety, it's all here. It's got a little 144 up front that powers this car along. The very first Falcon here in Australia, and for the United States for that matter as well. You know, what's so nice about classic Restos and seeing these vehicles, and I've touched on this before, it's not the vehicles with the high accolades that are getting the Restos now. Yeah. We're getting our basic four-door sedans that once were, and now a whole bunch of money being thrown at them, and now they're turning up like this. I think it's beautiful, I really do. It's also a testament to another story about regional towns and parts of Australia pulling together to do something for someone.
Yeah, it is a nice thing that people do for other people, and you can see how good a person he was to look after that many customers over the years and businesses for them to put back in. And
Mate, thank you for being the spokesperson on the behalf here today for this gorgeous 1960 Falcon, mate.
No worries. Thanks, Fletch.
You're welcome. Moving along, time for Mandy. Hello.
Hello, Fletch.
You've got a beautiful 1965 Volkswagen. Now, the reason I thought I'd pick on you, apart from the girl power aspect, of course, is your little trailer on the back as well, in theme. How cute is this jigger?
Yeah, they go perfectly together. It was a bit of a daddy-daughter project. I obviously had the car for a little while and always wanted a teardrop because the shape of it just goes with the rear of a Beetle, and decided to colour match it as well and paint it exactly the same colour, and went with the vintage colours too. So
that's so nice. I mean, it's very cosy in there. I mean, if you squeeze 9 or 10 people in there, it'd be a bit of a tight fit.
There's not even room really for one person. I haven't slept in it quite yet, but I've got in the back before, and I just fit like within millimetres. Wow. So
you're gonna have to have a night in there, Mandy, I reckon.
Actually, my first night I'm going to have in the backyard, just to test it out.
Well, that is such a good thing. Now, let's talk about the car. Tell us about the history. How did you acquire it, and so on?
Yeah, I actually met the owner at a car show like this, and she said, I've got 3 Beetles sitting on my farm in Strathmerton, and you're most welcome to come and get them. And I sold 2 of them. This one was the better condition one. The floor wasn't rusty. So I decided to restore that one, and found out that they were only the second owner. They bought it from in 1968 from a dealership who my great uncle owned, Ormond's Garage in Shepparton. So it never really moved very far away. An amazing connection there. So I decided to restore it back to the original condition with the same paint colour, the same interior. And the second day I had it on the road registered, I took it to go and see my great uncle, Robbie Ormond, and the owners that I bought it off, and they were just absolutely rapt to see it back on the road looking original again.
They must have had a tear in the eye.
Just about, yeah, because it had so many memories for them. It was a farm car. They originally took the passenger seat out to put injured sheep in and drive around the farm in it. So, and they used to take their girls to scouts, and a lot of memories behind it. So they were really rapt.
Good on you, Mandy. Well, look, thank you for sharing your Volkswagen with us. I mean, this is incredible here. We've got this beautiful ground here at Nathalia, beautiful lawn. Looks like someone's come in with nail clippers and manicured the thing. There's no dust. There's around about 1,500 people, the population of the town. I reckon that's how many's here. The whole town is here on the paddock here today, Mandy.
It's a wonderful turnout. I think the organisers should be absolutely right. The weather has turned it on, and it's great to have you two here, Fletch.
For Joyce Tyndall to take the bull by the horns and put this show on with a couple of people helping her is just amazing. Mandy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Fletch.
You're welcome. Like your classic Americana? Well, then you'll love this. There is nothing quite like a Fletch tour. Carlisle All Ford Nationals, GM Nationals and Chrysler Nationals await you.
Book a Fletch tour. It's amazing.
Seen some absolutely amazing cars.
What an event.
Experience Route 66 from Chicago to Vegas or choose the Detroit tour.
I would make it a point to go to Fletch Tours and come to Detroit.
There are 5 Fletch tours. Select the one that suits you best. See fletchtours.com or contact All Things Travel Lara.
In 1926, Australia's Penrite Oil Company was established. Almost 90 years of research, development and refining under the harsh Australian conditions has made Penrite Oil what it is today. Precision, performance, reliability and protection. Championship winning products. Trust Penrite.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannons Home and Contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannons.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
If you need a new piece of equipment for your workshop, you need Hare and Forbes Machinery House. From a garage jack through to a lathe, Hare and Forbes has the range. And Hare and Forbes Machinery House are Australian owned, established since 1930. You will be greeted by friendly, helpful staff and you can buy from anywhere online at machineryhouse.com.au. Hare and Forbes Machinery House. Find your closest store at machineryhouse.com.au. Now, no classic car show can survive without a chief organiser. We have Joyce Tyndall. Joyce, what a wonderful job you've done for 2016 here in Nathalia.
Thank you, Fletch. Yes, I'm really happy with it. It's great.
Numbers, what are we looking at for the show?
Well, it's early in the day yet, Fletch, but I reckon we've got around 100, 150 or so.
Well, that's pretty good.
It's great.
So goodness knows through the course of the day where it could end up.
That's right. Could get heaps more, hopefully.
Now, the time and effort you've put into it for this year, are you pleased with the outcome?
Oh, yeah, it varies. The weather was the biggest problem and biggest worry to me, but that's come out great. But all the Nathalia people have come out and supported us, and everything's magic. It's great.
What inspired you to do the car show?
Oh, we hadn't run one they had one 3 or 4 years ago, but no one wanted to run another one, so me and my big mouth, we decided we'd run one.
It's a good duo.
It is.
It works well for you. Now, information in terms of the event next year. Joyce, what can you tell us about that?
Well, I'm sure we will run another one, Fletch, and as you've already promised you'll come, that's great.
Oh, isn't that nice? I have the official invitation for 2017 already.
You have.
Now, look online for 2017, find Nathalia, central northern Victoria. Gorgeous little town. I've got to say that, by the way. It makes you feel kind of at home here.
You feel welcome, yes, and tell them when they come to ask for Joyce. I'll look after them.
All right, good on you, Joycey. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, Fletch.
All right. How cool is this? An EK Holden Panel van. Not just any old EK, a little bit of custom going on. How you doing, Ryan?
Good, thanks, Fletch. How are you?
Good, mate. What a cool thing this is.
It is, very cool.
What can you tell us about it?
It's me old man's van, supercharged V6 Holden, Borg-Warner diff auto, full resto from the ground up. Yeah, it's a cool thing.
I tell you what, doesn't the paint look great? I mean, sitting here on the paddock here, it just pops. It's awesome.
Yeah, painted by myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, so...
Rattle can made in tins or what?
Yeah, big ones, 4 litre rattle tins, yeah. Yeah, get around a bit quicker that way.
That's the go, mate. Saturday afternoon in the backyard around the clothesline.
Yeah, that's the go.
Yeah.
Bit of newspaper and away we went.
Mate, you've done a great job. Love the two-tone. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It really sets it off. Yeah, the vans never were two-tone, so it's custom. Yeah, FB wagon, stainless down the side, welded together.
Yep.
Yeah, it just finishes it off.
What was it once like, Ryan?
It was a bit of a basket case actually, Fletch. Yeah, windows in it, so the windows have been welded up. Had a fair bit of rust in it, and yeah, a long way from what it is now.
Love the wheels, mate. Tell us about the Steelies.
They're Chev rally wheels. Yeah, it's just something my old man wanted to put on it, and it really sets it off, I think. Yeah.
Mate, it is very, very cool all day long. Love inside. That's just, it's light, it's inviting, it just looks comfortable.
Yeah, it does, yeah. So it's got full hood lining right through. They were only a quarter hood lining factory, so it's gone right through and down the side of the wagon too. Red leather. Yeah, just not much trim to do, so you can afford to do leather.
Absolutely. You've done a good job in the back there too, Ryan, where you've got your handbag sitting in there. It looks good.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So the polished boards are sort of, I don't know, they were just a craft board sort of thing factory, and polished board just sets it off.
Love the panel van. Thanks for sharing it with us today on Classic Restos, mate.
Thanks, Fletch. Good on you. Cheers.
Well, the day here is moving on. Talk about the last car in the paddock. We're not having ourselves on that one, are we, Terry?
No, Fletch, no, she certainly is, yeah.
What a great show this has been. I figure that, this is a great way to round it off. The 1929 Oldsmobile. This car is stunning. And you know what? These types of cars are starting to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's a great car. We do a lot of rallies and runs in it, and it's been restored since 2001, and we've been to Adelaide 3 times in 1 year in it, and it's drivable. A very nice car to drive.
Terry, what year was it when you got the car?
It was about 1976, and we bought it from an estate of an elderly couple in our area. So it means that the car actually came from Numurkah and it's staying in that area as long as I can make that happen.
And what's the deal with down the track? Will it always remain in the family?
I hope so. I've got 2 boys, and I hope one of them will take it on and look after it, and that's the idea.
Out on the open road, what sort of speed is it comfortable to sit at all day long?
Well, with those big long rods in there, I don't like driving it much more than about 80 k's, but I have driven it faster. It's probably capable of 70 mile an hour, but drive it normally at about 80 k's, and she's happy.
Got to keep in mind too, 1929. I mean, there weren't a lot of roads around back then that would let you get anywhere near those sorts of speeds. Rear gear, I'm going to start back to front here just for a second. Diff ratio, can you tell us what that is, Terry?
Yeah, it's got about a 3.65 in it. And that was because it had a higher ratio diff in it, and I found I was getting burned off by a few cars that I shouldn't, so I lowered the ratio a little bit just to get it so that it pulled a bit better in the hills.
It also gave you slightly better top end too, because I imagine originally it'd be probably around the 4s.
Yeah, it was something like that, and it just it was revving a fair bit to get its torque.
Looking at the side profile of the car, Terry, the big mud guards going into the running boards, the spokes in the wheels. When I say they're growing on me, I think it's that the appeal of that style.
Yeah, that's been around. It's been around for quite a while. They were pretty boxy in shape in those days, but at the same time, this one is actually a Holden bodied car, so it came to Australia with it built up to the cowl, and then the Holden body was built for it in Adelaide. There was another model, of course, that came from the States, and it had a Fisher body on it, and of course it was imported as a complete car, and very similar in style, but just a few different additions to the Landau as it is.
Engine up front, what's happening there, Terry?
The engine was a new engine in 1928, and then they redeveloped it for 1929. This one has a counterbalanced crankshaft, it has pressure-fed big ends and mains, it had a throwaway oil filter in 1928-29, so nothing's new, is it?
Just incredible advancements from that time, and it never ceases to amaze me. I love hearing this stuff. It's so interesting. We get so used to our cars from the 50s and 60s, but when we're talking the late 20s, it's a totally different era again. Inside the car, always huge in back. They make fantastic wedding cars. These, the legroom in the back, just no other car's got more room than these things. And the way that you've done your upholstery too, with the velour material, stunning.
Yeah. The only thing on the car that I didn't do myself was the upholstery, believe it or not.
Terry, it's been absolutely amazing talking to you. You're a walking encyclopedia, a wealth of information with this incredible car, and being a very special part of this week's episode of Classic Restos, showcasing the 2016 Nathalia Show and Shine. Record numbers here today. The biggest car show that's ever happened in Nathalia, and it's just great being a part of that, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fletch. Yeah, it's been great being part of it. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Just some of the 2016 Nathalia Show and Shine. You've seen it first on Classic Restos. I'm sure you'll agree that Joyce Tyndall and a very small group of people have done an incredible job at bringing this event to us in 2016. It'll be on again next year, and while you're here at the event, you can enjoy the glorious little town of Nathalia as well. In the meantime, no matter where you're watching Classic Restos from, until next week, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, and I thank you very much for watching. You can like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Classic Restos TV and watch catch-up episodes at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, Penrite Oil, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, and Pace Farm Eggs.